Hello friends, it's Armstrong here from Other Miniatures, and today I'm going to be showing you how I made this. And that's enough of the preview, so let's go on the table and start building. Okay, so I have a weird feeling that I did the assembly as a time lapse because it was over 30 minutes. But as you can see, we have this black bomb and chains. I added extra chain in here to hold the helicopter. Yeah, so we have our Helitruck, or whatever you want to call it. Now we need to dry brush in metallics. Okay, so now I'm gonna be dry brushing the entire thing because I cannot really be bothered to think about different areas separately. I'm just gonna dry brush the entire car, and then I'm gonna come back with the white paint to get the areas that I wanted in different colors. Although, you know, I'm quite often tempted with the metallic dry brush just to leave it as it is, because my god, it just brings something into the vehicles that looks good, and you really don't need anything else in most cases. Yeah. Just look at this, how good it starts to look just by dry brushing this with metallics. Just beautiful. Yeah. That's quite a problem for me because I love this look. Yeah, I love this dry brush metallic look. It's just one of my favorite looks for the cars. So yeah, it's a problem for me. But yeah, there's like a bit of orange in there. I try to kill it, but it doesn't want to go away. So we have everything dry brushed, and now we have to think about the other colors. So for that we need to use our Corax white and just paint this in white, wait for 5 to 10 minutes, and then we're gonna apply the rest of the colors. So the cap, the helicopter, and probably the back, we're gonna go with of course I move it outside of the, so again, cap, helicopter, the back here, we're gonna go with a green, army green. Yeah. Windows, we're gonna go with blue so I can paint them white straight away. All of those plates, all of those chains, we're gonna leave as they are. So, and the front we're gonna leave as it is. So I think that I can just start filling this in. Yep. And I think that you know how to paint white paint on top of the metallic. Yeah, so I'm gonna just skip it and I'll be right back. Okay, I think that the undercoat is dry. So we are using Absolution green. It is very dark, like army green color. So yeah, it's gonna work for it. Of course, this is a speed paint, so it's gonna look patchy-ish, especially on the flat surfaces, but I'm okay with that. Yep. So you can see that this is picking up in here. So I'm not using a spray paint because when I use a spray paint I need to wait for like 12 hours before I can do finishing touches. The same if I do the what do you call it, the dipping technique. It's the same story. You require a couple of hours before you can do the finishing touches, and it's almost midnight, so I want to finish it and go to bed because I've been to physiotherapy today and I'm somewhat tired. Somewhat tired, it means that I'm pretty much just thinking only about going to bed at the moment. Yeah. You can see that this is fairly easy. I'm just thinking about the what do you call it, about the pipes. Yeah, what color I'm gonna paint them, if they're gonna be like red or something. And of course I didn't use enough paint because I never do. So yeah, of course we're gonna slap some more here just to bring that texture out. And the helicopter, I know that originally it was actually green, but if we leave it as it was, it wouldn't be unified. And we want to show that the military forces still have some sort of a what do you call it, good background, so they can actually afford to get their vehicles actually painted. So yeah, they may not be painted professionally, you know, spray painted, but they are well enough maintained and painted, you know, for the occasion. I know that technically, if we are talking about desert camo, it should be sandy. Yeah, but maybe they just kept the green color as a homage to what they used to be. That's my way of thinking, I guess. Well, of justifying the color scheme. Because there was actually, I probably talk about that, but there was a Polish army vehicle. It is a armored troop transport with a weapon. It can be, purely armored vehicle, with the cannons and so on, but it's called Rosomak. And when it was in Afghanistan, they was actually calling it Green Devil because Poland sent the first units without actually painting the Rosomak in a proper desert camo. Yeah. So yeah, that's my little story about sending a vehicles painting in the wrong color to a desert area. Let's just say that that's pretty much my excuse, yeah? Okay, so the green is done. Now we need to think about the windows. And where do I have blue? As you see, I did pack all of my paints back into my box, which is not really a big problem, but finding the right paint then can be a little bit of a hassle. Oh, come on, where did I put blue? Oh, that's white, that's the black. There we go. We have blue. And you can see that I did spill into the white color, yeah? There is no two words about it, I did. But I'm hoping, yeah, that it's gonna just mix and just make darker and lighter areas. So I'm gonna be just applying this outright. A little bit thicker than that. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Alright, and then we can put some in here. We can put more in here. Alright. And then we go over here. Of course, you can see my finger already covered in green because the rest of the car isn't dry yet. I think that I saw something similar somewhere before. I don't know if it was an art piece or something. Not necessarily a truck mixed with helicopter, but like a hybrid build. Yeah, and as well, like I said, Umbra did build that. I think it was Umbra. Yeah, did build that crazy helicopter for my challenge. Well, ornithoptero car, which I loved. So, oh yeah, you probably didn't hear that because that's gonna be the time lapse. Yeah. And now let's just try to do this in red. Yep. This is a normal paint, not a speed paint, so different quality of coverage. You can see that it's actually covering much cleaner than what the speed paints are doing, well, as they are designed to create shadow and light. And like always, not enough paint. I'm gonna go to work tomorrow fully covered in paint. Alright, almost there. They need to fix this. There's like a white area which is gonna add this red to hide it. I don't really care. You can hide this with the red. And now since we have this already out, let's just do a couple of very quick splats of red on it. I think that's good enough for the what do you call it? Incidental damage from people. Now let's try this. No, it doesn't really splatter. Let's just give it a little bit here and there. That's good enough. And now the brown color for my what do you call it? For weathering of the wheels and stuff like that. So we are going again with the XV88. Alright. Just gonna blob it, dry it off, substantial amount, and try to avoid the red area. Because that red paint is not gonna get that easily messed up by the dry brushing. It is all still quite wet. So we have the wheels, and now for blobbing this we are just going fairly gently. Yeah. Trying not to overdo everything because then I'm gonna mess it up. Alright, so this is done. I still didn't fix my spin table, so we're just gonna do a couple of shots and that's gonna be it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so it's done. Yeah, in a kind of a weird way, spin table for us. Yeah, and it was a weird idea, yeah, and I like it. I like it. I think that I'm gonna maybe come back to it with a plane instead of a helicopter. Yeah, but yeah, it was enjoyable. I like the chains, you know, how they turn out. I like the entire idea of, you know, helicopter using a bed of the truck to be actually, you know, part of it. And yeah, like crazy idea, but works. Yeah. So now, if you like it, please rate, comment, subscribe, share, and all of that shenanigans. And thank you very much for watching and have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.